we have found another absolutely ridiculous, absurd article promoting and excusing the actions of one Hillary Rodham Clinton. This time is coming from Joe Klein, who writes for Time.com. The title of this article is Why the Russian Hacks of Hillary Clinton's Campaign Should Reassure Us All. So let's take a moment just to talk about the title. Just the title. Forget the the content of the article. The title. Third word. Russian. Them dirty Russians.
See, just in the title, they're already trying to lay this foundation so you can view this article a certain way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They're priming the audience.
Exactly. Just so you know who to put the blame on.
That's right. Them dirty Russians. Even though no evidence that it's the Russians, but they don't want to talk about that. So this is how the article begins. In the midst of our bountiful October harvest of Trump grotesqueries, the Russians and Julian Assange organized a WikiLeaks dump of private emails from the Clinton campaign. These revealed the shocking and scandalous fact about the former Secretary of State. She is a politician. Indeed, the documents represent one of the most reassuring moments of this calamitous campaign.
Oh,
Newsbreak.
That's what it was?
Yep.
She's a politician.
She's a damn politician. Who would have known that?
Oh, so pretty much, double talking, having a private and a public position.
Shady behavior, lying.
Hedging your bets.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about things like the TPP.
Right. Mm-hmm. Holding more than one position. That's what politicians do. So Hillary Clinton doing that is normal. So we shouldn't have anything to say about it. So you're saying the problem is that
we didn't view her as a politician.
So she was a politician this whole time.
Yes. So our dispositions towards her was, I guess, we were under the impression that she wasn't a politician. So I guess it wasn't fair. Now that we know she's a politician, we can see all those things we criticized her for as normal. You feel me?
So all of this behavior is indicative of a politician. Not a slimy politician. Just a politician.
And not particularly Hillary Clinton either.
Oh, okay.
Just a politician.
All right. So Joe Klein, he goes on to talk about how in the leaks, Hillary Clinton talked about needing to have a public and a private position. And he says that, she flubbed her answer. Really, she didn't really do a good job of defending that position at the debate. But that she's absolutely right. In one of his rare moments of candor earlier this year, Donald Trump agreed. He said his ludicrous tax cut plan was an opening position that would be compromised. He might even back higher taxes when negotiations began with Congress. Donald Trump said this.
Compromise.
But he said it publicly.
Publicly, exactly.
He said it publicly.
Yeah, and he used the word compromise. So those two things aren't analogous at all.
No, they're not one and the same.
Those two situations aren't.
So look, the criticism is not that Hillary Clinton wants to compromise. That's not the criticism that we have. The criticism is that she said you need a public position, which we know is, I guess, suitable for our ears, and then her private position where she's going to stab us in the back. That's what we know. That's what the problem is. But when you say you have a public and private position, that is not anywhere near saying I believe in compromise.
That's what Joe Klein is trying to spin her private and public positions into as compromise, because I think in that same article he almost was kind of being condescending, and he said something, I'm paraphrasing, he said kind of sarcastically, how dare she find common ground with Wall Street? She's just trying to find common ground. And I was like, wait a second. You don't find common ground with, legalized corruption unless the legalized corruption is that common ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And actually, it's not about Hillary. It shouldn't even be about Hillary Clinton herself finding common ground with them. It should be about her locating the common ground of the public and Wall Street. So why is it her finding common ground? It's not about her.
You bring up Wall Street. Is this author, Joe Klein, is he forgetting that she said blaming Wall Street was an oversimplification? Yeah. An oversimplification? Does that not bother you at all? He didn't write about that though. He didn't write about the word oversimplification. He didn't write about that.
But I think like the overarching irony and pretty much this particular part we're talking about is the fact that they're using Donald Trump to prove Hillary Clinton right. Trying, but failing miserably.
Failing horribly. Towards the end, he makes one last point. He says, here's a final outrage. Clinton told executives at Xerox that she wanted a, quote, moderate Democratic Party. Indeed, she wanted two sensible, moderate, pragmatic political parties. Wow. How crazy is that? You want to know how crazy that is? It's damn crazy. That's how crazy it is. It's very crazy.
Well, I think people essentially don't question Hillary Clinton or Hillary Clinton's view of what a moderate is because she's a Democrat. They automatically assume she's progressive. But like, think about like what transitions she's gone through in the last 8 years, 10 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, what circles does she run in? Millionaires and billionaires. Those are the circles she caters to. Mm-hmm. So a moderate to her is like way different than a moderate to us.
The problem with two sensible, moderate, pragmatic political parties, the problem with that is that who here, anywhere, is under the assertion that the Democratic Party is a progressive party right now? Does anybody believe that? Does anybody believe that the Democratic Party is a progressive party? So whatever they are, Clinton's telling us that we need a moderate Democratic Party. So I guess we need
like where we are now. Where are we now?
Yeah. If we don't have a moderate Democratic Party, what is it? And if we need a moderate Democratic Party, then how is she going to, I guess, put in place what the most progressive Democratic platform that we've ever had?
You know what?
How's she going to put that in place if she wants a
moderate
Democratic Party?
You already got your answer. You already got your answer because if she wants a moderate party, then there's no room for, progressive platform. This article written by Joe Klein is kind of trying to provide cover for that. Mm-hmm. He's trying to gloss over her obvious flaws as if they're no big deal. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to gloss over them as if these ideals she's expressing don't really represent her true positions, but they do.
Well, you remember, she's a politician.
That's